Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video guys, I am so excited, but we're going to be trying out the new Adept Cosmetics Heather Austin palette. This literally launched on Friday and it already got here today. Like that is just insane. So you guys want to know what this palette's all about, what my thoughts are on this brand, and is it worth it? Well then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so I actually never heard of Adept Cosmetics before until just recently when I've been seeing fellow content creators and seeing like indie makeup spotlight and new indie makeup releases talk about this particular brand. And I started to do just a little bit of research on this brand, and apparently it's a really high quality brand. Everybody talks about how amazing the shimmers are, like with the duochromes, triochromes, multichromes. People are saying that these are some phenomenal shadows, and I was like, well damn, I kind of want to try these myself. And then when I saw that they were rolling out with a palette with a fellow YouTuber, I was like, how freaking cool is that? Like, it is such a moment when a fellow content creator gets to collab with one of their favorite brands, right? Like, it meant everything in the world to me when I got to collab with bling brushes. You guys know how much I love bling brushes. And so to have my name on something, I thought was absolutely phenomenal. And so for Heather to have her name on a palette and create a palette of her dream, like that is so freaking cool. So Heather, I just want to say first off, a huge congratulations. I know how big of a deal this is to have your name on a palette, to create a palette that's yours. And I'm just so freaking excited for you. This palette actually did sell out, which is just phenomenal. It is available right now for pre-order. So Heather, congratulations. I know that feeling that you're feeling. It is such an intense feeling releasing something with your name on it, right? Especially because like at the end of the day, both Heather and I are small content creators. So we just want to make sure that the brands that we work with, we're doing them justice. So I know she probably had so much nerves, so much anxiety. Like that's exactly how I felt when I released my bling brushes. And then you guys sold it out in 5 hours. And we went on pre-order. That is just insane. So again, I just want to say a huge congratulations to Heather, because I know how that feeling feels and I'm just so damn proud of you. I'll make sure I link her channel down below. Go check her out. She's a fellow content creating here on YouTube, and she just came out with her very first palette. So I will say I really do like how this was actually packaged. So it did arrive in a pretty big box and arrived just like this. When you opened it up, it had a little insert that says, "This collaboration has been a dream come true. I hope this palette makes you as happy as it makes me. Thank you for all your love and support." And the palette actually arrived like in here with like a little protector, and I think that's actually really cool. Like they really did a good job at protecting the palette, right? So this is, like I said, my first time ever playing with this brand. I don't know how the shadows are. I only know it based upon everybody else talking about it, but I never physically played with myself, so I'm really excited. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive straight into the palette. So here we have the palette right here. It says Heather Austin, and like look at how cool that is. Like to have your name on something, that's so freaking cool. So here we have Heather Austin, and then on the inside, wow, these are freaking stunning. Oh my god. Okay, so pictures do not do this palette justice, right? Like you can see it in photos, you can see it in videos, but I swear to god, you guys have to see these for yourselves, like in person. You guys really can't see the beauty that this palette has to offer, especially like the shade Passport right here. This is absolutely stunning. Like holy shit. Now I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the outside packaging. It has like a, that's why. Okay, I take it back. I was like, I'm not a big fan of the plastic wrap on here. Okay, so now that that's off, so much better. That's just my fault for not knowing. But here we have the palette right here. I really do like the outside packaging. It's very minimalistic. It's beautiful. I love the fact that her name is on here. Like, I could just imagine if it said my name, that'd be so sick, right? And then you open it up and you are going to have 12 shades right here. So we have 12 shades. This does retail for $56. Like I said, it is available for pre-order right now, which is freaking amazing. And speaking of pre-orders, by the way, quick plug-in, my brush set is still available for pre-order right now. All the pre-orders that people purchased back in December have finally shipped out. Everybody's starting to receive their brushes. I'm so freaking excited. You guys can still go ahead and purchase pre-orders. They are going to start shipping out as you order them. Don't forget to use my code Allie to save you guys 10% off your purchase. But yes, my bad boys are finally being back in stock, and I'm so excited. But anyways, not about me. I should do a shameless plug. Okay. So on the website, like I said, it says that this is available for pre-order. Oh no, I must have gone into a shade. Oh, no. Okay. So it does say it's available for pre-order, and it says that this pre-order will ship out late May of 2022, and they can ship it sooner to you, they will. Which, by the way, I was thoroughly impressed. Oh, I kind of ruined the shade right here with my freaking fingernail. Oh, though, look at that shade. Okay, so I was thoroughly impressed when I purchased this palette because on the website, when you first purchased it, it said it'd take anywhere between 7 to 20 business days for you to receive your item or for them to ship out your item. And let me freaking tell you, they shipped it out within like an hour of me ordering it, and it's already here. I bought it on the 25th, it's the 28th, and it's already here. That's fantastic, that's exciting, and I was perfectly content on waiting, and then it arrived, I was like, oh my god. Check mark for Adept Cosmetics. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so it says that this palette contains 4 mattes, 3 multi-chromes, 1 multi-chrome topper, and 4 shimmers. It is free of glitter, talc, and mineral oil. This palette is vegan, and each shade is removable, magnet, and will contain at least 2 grams of product in a 23mm pan for a minimum total of weight of 24 grams. Wow, I really do like how transparent they are. I don't know how these come out though, but I guess you can pull them out. And it says that it also says that some shades in this palette will stain fair to medium skin tones. An oil-based makeup remover is recommended. And that the base of this is made of 82% upcycled plastic to help divert waste from landfills and reduce the end user responsibility associated with recyclable and compostable materials. There may be a chemical smell when opening the box. This smell is a UV coat that we use to protect the fox leather and will soon fade. Wow, okay, that's freaking awesome. It's variation in color set. It also says variations in color settings, lighting, and qualities of phone, tablet, computer screens, etc. may cause colors to appear different in person. Please use our product photos as a reference guide only. And it also says that the shimmers in here do require an eye primer similar to the NYX Glitter Glue. So that's something they wanted to also let you know as well. I really like how transparent this brand is being. Like, I think that's absolutely amazing that they're being very transparent with this entire palette. So that is already making me like this brand even more. But here we have these shadows right here, and oh my god, I cannot wait to swatch these. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to just swatch this palette, and we're just gonna dive right on in because I'm eager to feel these formulas. Whoa. I'm just going to the first row. Here we have the shade Video Chat. This shade Passport though, oh my god, guys, camera won't do this justice. This is fucking stunning. My god, it's so beautiful. Then we have So Excited. I'm so excited about Passport. Then we have 0603, Magnolia, and Mythology. And this Mythology shade is just chef's kiss. I mean, like, seriously, these are swatching unbelievably beautifully. Like, the way that these feel, oh my gosh, I wish that I can show you guys how these actually like look. Maybe that might kind of show it. Oh, that is the prettiest freaking shade. Wow. Okay, let's go into the other row. Okay, on this side we have PA02, Atlas, this beautiful duochrome scrubs, Hey Y'all, Austin, and Smith. Again, I just need to show you guys some of these shades because that is truly freaking, that looks like Aurora Borealis. I don't know how to say that. The Northern Lights. That is such a beautiful shade. And then the shade Smith. Oh, do you guys see that? I'm not flicking you off, I promise. Like, ooh, my god, this formula is freaking incredible. Holy crap. Wow. I'm a little jealous right now. I'm a little jealous that Heather's created something so beautiful and so appealing. Like, these swatches are just to die for. Okay, so I am absolutely eager to play with this. These are swatching beautifully. The mattes are swatching very nicely. The shimmers and the multi-chromes are laying down really beautifully. I think the shade Passport is more of a topper because that's the one that didn't swatch the best compared to everything else. It still has that nice creamy buttery formula, which I really do appreciate. So I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling on. I'm eager to dive into this palette and create such a beautiful freaking look. I'm going to be kind of inspired by my shirt today. I really want to play with that doo-doo diarrhea baby green yellowish shade because you guys know I have like a soft spot for it, clearly. So I really want to play with that. I really want to play with the shade Smith and the shade Austin. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, guys. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in quite some time, and that's doing 2 eye looks because I feel like this palette really does call for 2 eye looks. So obviously I'm gonna be playing with this section right here, but I kind of want to play with this section as well because this just really screams that it should have its moment. It needs to have its day. So you guys already know what shades I'm gonna go into. For my eye base today, I'm going in with the Dominique Everlasting Eye Base. I still can't believe I got that in PR. That is still just so crazy. So the first thing we're gonna go into is the shade Austin right here. This is such a beautiful like duo. This is such a beautiful like multi-chrome. In person, it's yellow, blue, white. Like it definitely has such a beautiful shift. I freaking love chrome shades so much. They're just so captivating. So we're gonna lay this right here. What I really do like about these particular shades is that typically whenever you mix it with another topper, another shimmer or duochrome, it actually can take on that form. It could take on that shade and like blend really well. It's almost like it's chameleon. I freaking love it. But anyway, I just think it's so cool that Heather got to do this collab because I just know like how hard it is for small creators to be seen. Like it really is hard for small creators to be seen by any brand unless you are like an indie brand yourself. And most small creators do get overlooked, and it's really sad. You know, it really is, because I feel like we have voices too, and just because we don't have a lot of numbers behind us doesn't mean that we're not valuable. And there are plenty of brands out there that will make you feel like you are less than, and it's just really unfortunate. So here we have the shade right here. I'm just gonna lay this down. We're gonna go into the shade Smith. We're gonna lay that down right next to that to blend it out. Yeah, I just think it's such a cool moment for her to have this, just because like I said, bigger brands do tend to overlook smaller creators just because I just think that we just don't have any value, which is so far from the truth. And I just recently saw a video that Leah Janae did where she did like an influencer tag situation, but it wasn't necessarily a tag situation. It was just more of her talking about like what it's like being a small influencer, answering like questions that she saw that someone created a tag. And I'm gonna film that this week because I found that to be so entertaining, and I can like answer questions that you guys might have, just because like I have a lot to say in regards to being like a small influencer, just because I am, you know, or a small content creator, and I don't even consider myself that. But you know, it's cool to like open that door, open that communication, because you guys would just be surprised how we are treated. Like there are some big brands out there who generally don't treat small creators with respect. And it's just really sad. And you know what? A big part of it has to do with us. We kind of allow these big brands to take advantage of us. Like I cannot tell you the amount of emails that I get of brands that are really big that would be like, hey, we want to send you this product in exchange for a video, a TikTok, a reel, a photo. And when you try to say, oh, I don't accept, you know, product as compensation, I'm happy to send you my rate card, they never respond to you. And it's just because there are so many people out there still that do accept that. And I just want to scream to those people and say, know your worth. You would never go work a 9-to-5 job for free. Know your worth. Tell these brands that you have value. Like you can bring something to the table whether they think so or not, and you deserve to be paid for your work and for your time. Because at the end of the day, these brands make so much money off of every single content creator. A lot of times I see it on TikTok now where these brands are literally stealing content creators' videos and using it for their own advertising purposes. And I just think that's so messed up. Like, perfect example of that is Michaela. She did her video on leggings a long time ago, and I have seen so many brands come forward with their own leggings using her video to sell their product. Or like this one Aldo brow product thing has come out, and like they're saying that she's reviewing their stuff, when in reality she was reviewing Mad Love, but this Aldo company is using her face in her video, and you know damn well they're not compensating her. And I've been leaving comments on there like calling him out, and my comments get deleted or I get blocked. I'm like, shady. It's just shady. And I just wish there was definitely a change, because there really should be a change. Wow, I have to say that these are blending out beautifully into each other, by the way. So freaking stunning. And the way they just like complement each other. Oh, like I love on camera what you guys see versus what I see. It's such a beautiful difference. So yeah, I was really inspired by Leah's video. So I'm gonna be making my own video this week because I just find it to be such a fascinating topic that most people don't talk about. All right, we're gonna go into the shade Mythology right here. But I feel like just like a lot of people don't talk about this stuff, and they really should, because if I could help just one content creator out there to know their worth and know their value, oh my God, it would just mean the world to me. if I can stop people from making the mistakes that I made when I first started out, you know? Because there are plenty and plenty of mistakes that I made, just because at the end of the day, you don't have anyone kind of teaching you how this stuff works. You kind of have to figure it out as you go. Like, I didn't even start to talk to like other influencers on YouTube until I got bigger, is when I started to talk to people. And even now, I don't talk to like that many content creators, just because, I don't know, it definitely is like kind of intimidating to put yourself out there, right? Like, it really still is. One of those things that eventually I definitely will reach out to more people. It just, I don't know. I just don't. But again, I want to talk about that all in that video, not in this video, just because I feel like this video is not about that. But I'm just very glad that a brand worked with another fellow influencer like our size, because at the end of the day, you see most brands working with people who have hundreds of thousands of followers, and so it's really nice to see a brand not do that and work with somebody who generally has talent, who's worth it, who loves the brand. Like, that is what I want to see, you know? Okay, so I am having a little bit of difficulty with this right here. It's one, it got kind of muddy. I don't know if it's because of my brush. I will use a different brush, but it also seems like the mat is wanting to kind of cling on to where the base is at, and it's not really wanting to blend with this shimmer too much. Like, do you guys notice that? Like, I'm having just a little bit hard time making it look blended. Oh, this is not turning out how I want it to be. So I'm actually going to take this off, and we're going to try this again, because I don't want this to look like, let's see right here, it kind of looks like just kind of muddy, and I don't want it to look muddy. I actually really want to give this palette a fair chance. So we're going to try this again, because right now this is not wanting to work out the way I wanted to. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so I actually switched it up. I went back, and like I originally did, I went back in with the shade Austin, followed by Smith, and then I actually went with the shade Magnolia right here. Now, I will definitely say that's a really beautiful shade. I also switched the base to the P. Louise base, just because I really do know and trust this base a lot, so I really do enjoy it. And I really like how it blended. I will say that this shade Austin definitely does have some flaking to it. There are some big chunks in here that I can tell once it's fully dry. There's a good chance it can flake off. Now, mind you, I did not use glitter glue like it was suggested. So on this eye, I will use glitter glue. The reason why I didn't use glitter glue is because I just really love to see how the formula performs on its own. It has nothing to do with Heather, it has nothing to do with Adept Cosmetics. Just me personally, I love to try out the formula without putting on anything besides just a normal eye base, so I can really gauge how well I'm gonna like the formula. So now on this side, we will use glitter glue like it's advised, so I can see the difference between the two. But so far, this is really pretty. The shade Magnolia definitely laid down beautifully, has a lot of pigment to it, has a little kick up in the pan, but no fallout in the face, which I do appreciate. But I will say taking this off was a little bit of a pain when it came to the shade Austin and Smith. It kind of just like went everywhere. My hands are covered in freaking Tinkerbell farts, but it is what it is. I don't mind it. So I definitely do need to clean this up just a little bit more, but I did want to go ahead and move on to this eye, because this one I'm going to do more of like a softer, more neutral eye look than most people can do. In my mind, neutral, because I'm still going to like use some pinkies and purples. So let me go ahead and throw the eye base on, and we're going to get this one started. Okay, so the very first shade that we're going to go into is probably the most pretty shade in this palette, and that is the shade Passport. This is just such a beautiful, beautiful shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on my finger. Okay, so on this eye, I'm going to take the NYX Glitter Glue, and I'm just going to put it only on half the eye, not the entire thing. Just where I'm going to be laying down those shimmers. So I'm just going to kind of just place this. Okay, so the very first shade that we're going to go into is probably the most pretty shade in this palette, and that is the shade Passport. This is just such a beautiful, beautiful shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on my finger. Like, this shade is just, it's just so captivating. And I'm just going to start to just lay this right here in the inner corner. We're going to do exactly what we did on this eye, but on this eye, I'm only going to do 3 shades, you know, typical Allie move. But I just really wanted to try out the palette for what it was, and wow, do you guys see that? Okay, so I would definitely say the difference between laying it down on this eye without glitter glue and laying it down on this one with glitter glue is that this is actually a lot smoother than the one that doesn't have glitter glue. Like, it's not chunky at all, it's not having like any big flakes, so I do appreciate that. Now granted, I can see where it is like, not creasing, but where it kind of like grabs onto the folds of my eye, but like not in a bad way. You know, I could just see it like on my, like you can see right there, kind of like crinkles, but it's not breaking apart, so I do appreciate that. So next we're gonna go into the shade So Excited. I feel like this will just complement this shade so well. It's just so beautiful. And we're gonna start to just lay that down right here. Again, this is gonna be like more of like a soft, romantic, I would say neutral eye look or like everyday look, but I love my color so much that it's hard for me to sit here and say this will be completely like every single day, because I could wear this every single day. I just know a lot of people out there get really intimidated with color, but it's actually really cool because so many of you guys said that you have gotten into color a lot more because of me, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? I've gotten into a lot more neutrals because of you guys. And it just is such a fun like little like trade-off that we've been doing. So I still can wear color every day and be perfectly happy with that. I just know that not everybody's job is okay with that, but I love color so much. It just allows you to kind of like express your creativity, you know, on your face. We're gonna go in the shade PaO2 right here, and we're gonna actually tap that in the outer corner. Like I said, very easy eye look. I just really wanted to try out these shadows. I guarantee the shade Video Chat will look beautiful with Atlas. Oh my God. Scrub, I think, is the only one I don't know what I would pair it with, because it does have that purple blue shift to it. Like, look at it. Beautiful, beautiful duochrome, right? But it just has like that purple blue shift that I'm not entirely sure what I would do with this shade and this palette in regards to creating an eye look. I mean, I could mix it with stuff, or I'd have to mix it into other shades, just because it does have that definite like multi-chrome shift right there. Beautiful shade though, very beautiful. Holy crap, I haven't done a 2-eye look in so long. It's so nice. I've missed doing 2 eye looks together. It has been so nice to do this. Now the only downside is I have noticed on this shade as well, the shade Smith has definitely kind of blended on top with that shade right there. It is blended though, it does not look blended. And I'm noticing that the shade So Excited is also doing the same thing with this purple shade, where it's just kind of like smearing kind of across, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Alrighty guys, so this is the eye look so far. I do kind of have to still play with this and kind of blend it out. I'm gonna go throw on some lashes, and then we're gonna come back and do the under eye together. Let me go ahead and throw on my face. I'm gonna come back and do the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the rest of my face, guys. We're gonna come back and do the under eye together, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on the Heather Austin collab with Adept Cosmetics. Okay, so now the face is on and the lashes are on, we're gonna go back into this palette. So I'm gonna dig into the shade Magnolia one more time, and we're gonna put that in the innermost water corner, and then we're actually gonna blend it out with Mythology. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna try to be as very, very light-handed as possible. So I'm gonna take my little F34 brush, and I need to find my mirror. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig back into that shade. And like I said, we're just gonna place this right here on the very, very edge of the waterline, because I wanna actually smoke it out with that Mythology shade without it being too intense. Because sometimes I can really make it really intense by accident, and then it just doesn't blend the way that I want it to. Then I'm like, no! So let's go ahead and place these right here. While I'm doing this, oh my gosh, guys, you guys see the Oscars last night? So freaking intense. You know what's actually so funny is that typically Corey and I always watch the Oscars, but as of lately it's been so boring, so we decided to forego watching the Oscars. We're gonna go in with the shade Mythology. So typically we always watch it, but we decided to forego it because we were watching Bridgerton season 2, and we stopped at episode 6, and let me tell you, I've never been more sexually frustrated watching a show than I am watching Bridgerton season 2. Okay, we ended it at episode 6. I have not seen episode 7. And I looked right at Corey and I said, these two don't, I know there might be kids watching, don't make popcorn, do the little after hour dance together, I'm gonna get pissed. You guys are wasting my time. So that is where we're at. And then my best friend Alyssa is like, oh my God, are you watching the Oscars right now? And I'm like, no, I'm watching Bridgerton. And she's like, you gotta see this. And so that's when she sent me the clip about like Chris Rock and Will Smith. And you know, I definitely have some opinions, but I don't know, I guess I don't know if I can articulate them properly. I will say that I don't condone violence. I don't. And I think that Will Smith was wrong for what he did, but I also understood why he did it, because he was defending his wife because she had alopecia, and that is something that I know firsthand how that affects someone. One of my good friends has it herself, and it's a very, very, very self-conscious situation because she would be made fun of from her hair at work all the time, and I used to see it freaking destroy her. And so I know what that was like for her, so I get why he reacted the way he did. I would definitely say that I don't believe he should have smacked him on live TV. Personally, I think that it could have been handled better, but I also get why he reacted the way he did. And I don't think Chris Rock necessarily knew the situation, just because not that many people know that she has alopecia. I think she's talked about it, but who's really paying attention to everything, you know what I'm saying? So I saw that and I was just like, oh my God. And then he won the Oscars. And once he won the Oscars, everybody's like, oh my God, he won the Oscar. And, you know, I've always loved Will Smith. I grew up watching him. When I first watched Will Smith, it was during Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's the first time I've ever seen him. So I've always been like a big fan of him as a little girl. Especially, I think my favorite movie with him is I love him in I Am Legend. I freaking think he's phenomenal in that role. And then Pursuit of Happiness in Seven. He does such a wonderful job acting. And so I was very happy that he won the award. But man, did that make that show awkward. And I felt bad for Chris Rock. I did. Because that's embarrassing to be slapped in front of all your peers. And it was just like, whoa, I cannot believe that happened. Guess I'm going to go back in with PA02. And I'm going to do exactly what I did with this one, but I'm going to line it like very, very tight to the waterline. And then we're going to blend it out probably with like Hey Y'all or 0603 or Scrubs possibly. But yeah, so anyway, it was just a crazy moment. It was just wow. Did not expect that, but I will tell you what, I think it kind of made the Oscars kind of spicy again because they've been so boring. I think I'm going to do the shade Hey Y'all, which is going to be this shimmer shade right here. I'm trying to utilize everything that I can. So let's go ahead and see if I could take this and see if that will work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the face off camera, guys. I'm going to come back and give you guys my thoughts on the Adept Cosmetics collab with Heather Austin. So I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys, and this is the final look. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, first off, I got to take like a close-up look at my eye one more time. So I would have to say I thoroughly am enjoying both looks. I really can't decide which one's my favorite. Honestly, I feel like I'm gravitating a little bit more toward this one because it has so much of a pop and a shine in your face, which I really do love. But you guys know I do have a soft spot for greens. I love them so much. So with that said, I really do like both eye looks. I just can't decide on which one I like the most. Okay, so first off, I really do enjoy the simplicity of the outside packaging. I love the fact that they just have Heather's name right here. I think it's super cute. And then when you open it up, you do get 12 shades for the price of $56. Now that may seem a little steep, but I get why it is priced that way. And I do think it's definitely well worth the price point in my personal opinion. There are a lot of versatile shades in here. You can create so many different looks with these shades. I mean, clearly I'm showing two different eye looks with this. Definitely has a lot of color in here, which I really do love. And I really am enjoying the formula of these shadows. Now, I would definitely say the shade Smith, I think, performed really beautifully. It's just hard to tell because on camera it looks more yellow, but in person it definitely has that green and gold shift to it, which I really do appreciate. You can tell the shade Scrubs is going to be the exact same way, but I noticed the shade Austin and the shade Passport, the way they lay it down is just a little bit differently. When I look at the two right here, I would definitely say I'm not the biggest fan of the formula for these two particular shades. They are absolutely gorgeous, but I will say this one right here definitely has some cracking, and it's my fault. It's not even the palette's fault. It does literally tells you to use glitter glue, which I did not do because I wanted to see how it performs. It's beautiful, but like up close I can definitely see where it is going to flake off and it is kind of cracking right there, but it's still a really beautiful shade. It still pops, which I do appreciate. And then on this side where I laid down the glitter glue, it definitely looks a lot smoother, but it still is still cracking just a tiny bit, and it's definitely clinging onto the folds of my lid, so that's something to take note. But it's still really beautiful shadow. It still performed really, really nicely, so I really do appreciate that. I would just say with these two shades, a little goes a long way. Maybe try applying it with a wet brush on top of glitter glue instead of doing it with just fingers, but besides that, they are beautiful. I would definitely keep playing with them. They are stunning. Now I will say the shade Smith and like a shade Scrubs are going to be that multi-chrome right there. Again, those are really stunning shades. You can really see the color in them. I love the way this feels on the lid. It's so smooth and it blended out so effortlessly, which I really do appreciate. The shade PA02 and Magnolia are very intense. They're very pigmented. They did not really have much fallout in the palette and didn't really have much fallout on the face, but oh my god, they blended out so nicely, and I really do love how those pigments perform, especially when it comes to darker shadows. They can be a little bit difficult to work with, but they blended out beautifully. They were so effortless to work with. I really do enjoy the mattes in this palette. Even the shade Mythology, it kind of had struggles with it at first. You guys saw where it kind of got patchy, but I think it was just more of the product I laid underneath than the product itself. So switching over to my P. Louise base, it performed really well. I really do like how it looks, and I'm just really, really impressed with these overall. This is my first time ever playing with this brand, and I'm impressed. Now, the only unfortunate thing is I went on their website. Every other palette sold out. So I can't try anything else but just trying this out right here. I am so impressed with this. Heather, you did such a kick-ass job. I think this is a really beautiful palette. I love the colors that you chose. You created such a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing palette, and I'm just obsessed with the eye looks that I created, and I'm proud of you. Congratulations for selling this out, and congratulations for creating such a beautiful palette. I cannot wait to play with this again to create more looks. I really want to play with the shade Scrub right here. It looks blue on camera, but I'm telling you, it's not. It has more of that purple shift to it. I think this will look really beautiful. PA02. I think that'd be a really beautiful combination. Probably mixing it with the shade 0603. Like, I think it'd be such a cute combination there. And Video Chat and Atlas would definitely complement each other extremely, extremely well. So I think this is absolutely worth it. It is available for pre-order right now. So if you guys do want to get your hands on this, I will make sure I link this down below. It will ship out to you sometime in May, unless they get it earlier, then you guys can get your hands on it earlier. I'm really impressed with how well they handled the launch, how quickly they were able to do pre-orders, how quickly they were able to ship this, how engaging they are with their audience, and so is Heather. Heather's super engaging, and I'm so proud of her. She created a really beautiful palette. She introduced me to a new brand, and I cannot wait to see what she has to offer next, what the brand has to offer next. And yeah, guys, go check her out. I'll link her down below, but I love it. I think this is great. So congratulations, Heather and Adept Cosmetics. You guys created a really beautiful palette. I'm impressed. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. I think I actually have 5 videos for you guys this week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Are for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, a huge thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, just thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? Okay guys, so I originally I do want to quickly note, by the way, that I do, so I'm really, really excited. I actually laid my lid down with, actually, we're gonna blend that. Now we're gonna go, I think Heather, you did such a, how should I do the thumbnail?